what I'm saying? This is what the Lord is dropping on her. Okay, you saying you don't have a husband, but you done slept around with all these different men. Everybody you done slept with, man, that was your husband. So there was no ceremony involved. If she had actually had 500 husbands, she would have had 5 ceremonies. And she would have known that she had 5 husbands, right? So according to the scripture, man, you know that if you're dealing with a man or a man is dealing with a woman and they lay down with each other, the Lord is telling you right there, man, that look, that's your marriage. And you have to acknowledge it as such. So to my daughters of Zion, or daughters of Israel, we are beseeching you, man, to stop prostituting yourselves, to stop whoring around. There's nothing wrong with being a virtuous woman. It's time to be a virtuous woman, okay? So when you sleep with somebody, you deal with somebody, look, man, that's your marriage, according to the scriptures. All right, read 17 again, so they can make sure they get it. 17. Yes, sir.
The woman answered and said, I have no husband. Jesus said unto her, thou hast well said, I have no husband.
So you well said you have no husband. Because you, in your mind, you think, well, I ain't have no husband. All I'm doing is just sleeping around. That's what's going on in your mind. Go ahead.
For thou hast had 5 husbands.
So guess what? My audience, she has been dealing with 5 other people. Go ahead.
And he whom thou now hast is not thy husband. And that saidest thou truly.
So the Lord, he know what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? So if the Lord said, you know what it is. That saidest thou truly. So now again, man, we gotta really look at things in the spiritual aspect. Are you married? So when someone proposes a question to you, are you married, sis? Nah, I ain't married. You know what I'm saying? I ain't married. Nah. Ask yourself again, are you married? According to the scriptures. Are you dealing with anybody? Are you laying down with anybody? All right, if so, then you're married. And you got to look at it, man, as if y'all done went to the wedding chapel, you done had your rings and did all those things. That's how we got to start connecting with one another. Brothers and sisters, treating each other as a marriage. Start respecting each other in that aspect. And not just sleeping around with each other and tearing each other's hearts out. Because that's all we're doing, man. We're tearing our hearts out. Killing each other softly. Saying bringing babies from harlots and all kind of stuff, man. Broken homes and everything. I mean, we gotta stop it. Polluting our own nation. That's why our whole nation, man, is so out of course right now. Children not being raised the way they should be. Sometimes you don't even know who the father is. Sleeping with so many men. Alright, so how can you keep a steady home or a stable home when you got so many different men in your lives? Or your kids got so many different men in their lives? Come on, man, let's get some stability in the home. Men, I'm saying, start honoring the women. Women, treat your husband right. That's all we asking. Understand what your marriage is. Forget about what America says that you got to do. Forget about that. You know what I'm saying? This is what we go by. This is our guidelines. Alright? We're going to give you another example of proving that when you lay down with somebody, that's the marriage. And it's not a ceremonial thing, as America wants it to be. It's not a ceremonial thing, man. Your marriage is a knowledge between yourself, your partner, and the Most High. All right? Let's get Deuteronomy. Sir. Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 13.
Deuteronomy 21, verse 13.
Yes, sir.
And she shall put the raiment of her captivity from off her, and shall remain in thine house, and bewail her father and her mother a full month.
Full month, go ahead.
And after that thou shalt go in unto her.
All right, so when a man goes in unto a woman, okay, that means he's going to lay with her. Go ahead.
And be her husband.
And after that, that's it. So once he go into the woman, that's it. That consummated the marriage. what I'm saying? Did it say anything about, well, you gotta, do you take this person to be your lawfully wedded husband? Do you take this person to be your lawfully wedded wife? Excuse me, would you marry me? You're getting all on your knees and all kind of stuff, man. You saying all that's for men, and so women can gallivant and talking about he did this and that, getting on their knees. I ain't never seen nobody talking about getting on their knees and doing this and that. I'm saying rings and all that.
And if someone please could, if you can show me where the wedding vows are in the Bible, hit me up with the book, scripture, chapter, location, so I can find that. Because what we're trying to let you know is all those vows and stuff is not actually what makes marriage. Yes, you have to make a vow with you and your woman and the Most High. You do that vow. That's a private vow between you and your wife. What we're trying to show you is the act of laying with the woman, the act of you laying with the man, that's marriage. So what you think you're doing for us boyfriends and girlfriends and laying up and all this and that for this man to that man, this man to that man, you're setting yourself on a one-way trip to hell. Simple and plain, because it's fornication, whoremonger, and adulterers. It's all our nation is. We're a nation of whoremongers, harlots, and adulterers. So we're trying to show you that once you lie with the person, men and women, that woman becomes your wife, and women, that man becomes your husband. It's not about you going to a chapel, putting on a ring. It's about let's come back to the realization of these scriptures and what the commandments tell us and how we're supposed to conduct as a people so that we can start building families for the Most High.
So, exactly. And that's all we're trying to get, man. Just trying to build stability in the homes. And we're not going to do it as long as we just sleep around with one another and not taking on the responsibilities of being a husband, the responsibilities of acting as a wife. You know what I'm saying? As long as we're not doing that, man, our houses will never be in order. So we got to set our own house in order. Okay? We got to set this nation in order, man. Read Deuteronomy 22 this time. 22, verse 28. Okay? Again, all we're doing is showing you that we're just giving you edification of what a marriage is. Okay? We're clear, without a doubt, according to the scriptures, what a marriage is. Right, Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 28.
Deuteronomy 22, 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin.
All right, so if a man finds a nice young woman, or a woman that is a virgin, all right? And listen up, women. I'm going to tell you this. To be a virgin means for a woman to have not had sex in the time to where she lived up to that point. Look, man, that's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. Don't get peer pressured into to giving up your virginity, man. Don't get peer pressured into that. I'm saying, because you got one woman and she's out here running around being a harlot, and you a virgin, they'll clown you for being a virgin and make you seem like you the lowest thing on the planet for being a virgin, when actually it's the other way around. So, man, you young women, man, keep your virginity until you find you a decent husband. Keep your virginity, man. That is beautiful. Ask any man if they want them a virgin or not. Ask any man. Do you want you a harlot or do you want you a virgin?
And just to add to that also, brothers also that are virgins, don't let your studly, so-called studly homeboys pressure you into thinking you're a low-life person because you're not cool because you're not having sex.
Yes, sir.
Because what you have to find is when you lay with a woman, that is your wife. You cannot just be around here carnally laying around having sex,
yes,
fornicating. When you choose to lie with a woman, understand what you're getting yourself into. So for women and men, it's a beautiful thing if you are virgins and waiting for that right moment or that right person.
Yes, sir.
Don't let the so-called in crowd, the so-called cool people, the dude that's sleeping with this girl, that girl, the girl that's lying with this dude, that dude, be the one that calls you to go off of the commandments of the Most High. Stay in line with it. Pick your time, pick your woman, do it wisely, do it according to the scriptures. Find yourself a virtuous woman. Women, find yourself a righteous man, a man that's following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, the God of Israel.